Okay, today I would like to help you change your reality. Okay, it's something very concrete, although it can seem like something just in my mind. The first question, the real question you have to ask yourself is, do I really want to change my personal reality? Okay, I'm going to show you that it's something very concrete and that it changes really everything right now. So that's very important. We've already talked in previous videos about a lot of things, like our emotions are just what we live through our emotions. We have stories in our mind about our life, about who we are, about what we're experiencing right now, and we are feeling that through emotions, and we live through that, and that becomes real because we can feel it. Okay, so now if you want to change really what's happening, and so what you perceive, because you know that you perceive already what is relevant to your personal story. Our five senses can perceive everything, but we just kind of remember and consciously perceive only what relates to our personal story, so what we feel and so on. So it all begins with being willing to change your reality. That means that it starts with what you feel. You feel, in a certain state. Do you want to change that? Because it's very important to be very clear with yourself if you want to change it or not. The problem is that most of the time we say we want to change it. We don't like that, but we are very, in a way, we cling to these emotions. We cling to this idea, our story, and we are not ready to let them go. If we had another proposition in front of us, okay, but you can also focus on that and look, that changes all your experience of right now, because you're just walking in another direction, and maybe you're not maybe well in this situation with those talking with those people, but you also have those people you would really enjoy. You can just walk up to them and talk with them, and that change completely your reality, your experience of now. But you're not willing to do that. It's very concrete, really. Why that? Because we identify with our emotions, and it's just like it's me, and I can change like that. It's me. I'm like that, and I have all these difficulties and emotions, and because I've lived that, and it's difficult with in this situation and so on, and we really are convinced that it can't be changed. It's us, it's our life, it's so on. It's not us, it's not our life. You're not what you feel, you're not your stories, you're not, and your future and your present is not equal to your past. But that's exactly what we do almost every time. So the real question is, do you want to change your stories, your perception, what you perceive, what you feel? If you are ready to that, and it's very important to make that clear to yourself, because once again, that's not exactly, we say we want to change things, but in the end, eventually, we don't want to change that because that's who we are, what we think, at least, so make that very clear. And now it's all about focus your mind where you want to be. And that changes everything. As I already said, we know very well that our mind perceives everything, that we can feel with our five senses, but consciously we keep just very little tiny part of the whole reality, and that part is only everything that just relates and confirms our emotions, our stories, who we think we are, what we think we have to live. So it all starts with making the decision to be open to other kind of realities, even if we think it's impossible. If you are ready for that, now change. And that's just the next step and the second step. And that's it. Change where you're focusing on. So choose what you want. Choose the place you want to be and focus your mind on that. How do you do? It's easy to say, it's a little bit more tricky to do. Okay, how do you focus your mind on where you want to be so that your mind just opens up to this part of the reality? The reality is huge. You can find everything today, now. Just be open to it, and that's the shift you must make. So how do you do it? It's very simple. There are a lot of things that say, okay, just affirmations, visualizations. Okay, it's good. The problem is that if you try to convince yourself that it's your reality, you're always going to think, okay, but it's not true. I know that's not true. And that's not what you want. You just want to have your mind focused on this reality. So don't try to affirm that what is not is, in a way. There are a lot of possibilities around you. They aren't there. You haven't seen them. The thing is, be open to them so that you can now, enter this new world, enter this new part of your own world, actually. And how do you do that? Very simply. Just ask yourself, show me, what you want to be, what you want to see, the situations you want to live. Show me that. You just ask yourself to do it. How it works, basically, first of all, you don't really need to know. It's just just the process. It works. Secondly, why it works? Because you focus your mind on this state. You're not, the big interest in that, and asking yourself, show me that. Show me this situation. Show me how I am resourceful. Show me, more people I enjoy. Show me more way to, I don't know, reach this goal. Show me how I can reach this goal, and so on. What is very important in that is not that, first of all, you're not asserting that it's a reality, and whereas you're not seeing it, perceiving it. So you're not saying, yeah, but it's not true. You're just asking. There's nothing, unreal in that. You're just asking. Okay, so there's no problem. You're not consciously saying, yeah, but it's not true. No problem with that. And secondly, the only thing that is important is that your mind is now focusing on this idea. It doesn't really matter that you say, show me, or it's the reality. The thing is that when you say, show me, there's no objection from you, and your mind is then focused on this idea. And that's all you want, to get focused on this idea. So whether you say, show me that, or how can I do that, it doesn't really matter. The thing is that now your mind is focused on this idea, and it starts to open up to this part of the reality. The reality is huge. Okay, so make the decision very clear as much as you can during your day to say, okay, I am willing to change this reality. Stop focusing on your stories, what you feel in your body. Just emotions are just a story plus something that you feel in your body that makes it feel real. I've already talked about that in previous videos. You can look at them. And just when you know that, you can start to focus on other things and ask yourself again and again during your day, okay, show me what you want. Okay? And ask that. And you're going to see that it changes a lot of things. You have completely power on what's happening there and the results, what's happening around you. Okay? Let me know how it happens, if it's easy or not. If you think that's easy or not, try it, and don't hesitate. Comment. I'd like to read that, and I answer you if you have more questions. Obviously, don't forget to subscribe on the channel. Check my website, soundscrazy.net. I have much more great things for you, and obviously, I'll talk to you very soon. Have a great life. Bye-bye.